Hi everyone, hope you're all having a good week. So today I want to talk about boundaries. I know I discussed this a little bit last semester, but I'm kind of running into a little bit of an issue in field placement in regards to one of the individual clients that I see for therapy. So as far as disciplinary actions go at the facility that I'm at, which is level 3.5 residential treatment facility, we have designated smoking times. I believe they get like six cigarette breaks within the day. And this particular client of mine has kind of stopped going to outside recovery meetings due to the fact that she's going to be missing her smoke times, even though we've offered her alternative methods outside of those smoke times, such as the nicotine gum. And then there is, I guess, like a nicotine inhaler that is prescribed by a doctor and also given from the American Lung Association in order to help aid those in smoking cessation to quit smoking. So this particular individual is in phase 2 of our program, which means that she has completed her phase 1, which is 60 days, and is allowed to leave the facility on passes with visits in regards to recovery activities, going to church, that type of thing. So this particular incident happened on Sunday while she was at church with one of the volunteer members of our organization, who took time out of her day to take this particular resident to her church so she could attend her services. And so throughout the service, it was constantly, when is this going to be over? I'm going to miss my smoke time. We need to go. I need to get back in order to have my smoke time type of thing, which I find kind of rude. This is a particular individual who has donated her time on Sundays to take certain residents to the church that she attends. So she's volunteering her time, not getting paid for this. And so this particular resident left the services about 15 minutes early and stepped outside. And when was outside, requested a cigarette from somebody, obtained that cigarette and began to smoke it, and hid from the volunteer in the process. So when I got to my placement on Monday, it was brought to my attention, and was kind of struggling with the fact that, okay, well, I'm also her therapist, so I don't want to be her disciplinarian either, because I'm trying to establish that trusting relationship, but I also feel that it's important to have those hard conversations too with your client to state that, okay, this is, not appropriate. So I guess my thoughts are, so the clinical director, who's also my field instructor, kind of stepped in while I was in the room, and we met with this resident together and had this conversation in regards to what her consequences would be. So of course we couldn't prove that she was smoking. She had gotten rid of the cigarette before the volunteer had even seen it, so there was no write-up given to this particular resident, but it wasn't addressed directly either by recovery staff at the house when she returned, which is how both myself and our clinical director felt it should have been addressed at that particular point in time and not a day later. So we came up with that, we had the conversation with her in regards to how it was inappropriate for her to constantly be nagging about leaving because she was going to be missing her smoke time, and that she needs to be respectful of the volunteer's time who took her time out of her day to take her to church, and she did not have to do that. And also now that she will no longer be allowed to go to church services with volunteers. So my question to you as my peers is, how do you feel about that? Do you feel that being in a treatment center such as I am, and having these individual clients and also being responsible for their write-ups, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure if that should be something that should be separate. So I guess I'm just looking for thoughts and ideas in regards to how you guys would handle the situation, if you would be the one to also, as their therapist, somebody who they come to speak to in regards to the certain situations that they're dealing with and whatnot, if you feel that it's appropriate to also be the one to write them out before indiscretions as well, or if it should just be strictly recovery support staff that should be doing that. So that's all. I hope you're all having a great week, and it's amazing I'm under 5 minutes. This is great. I hope you all have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.